Since 1973, UHAB has helped more than 25,000 working families gain the security of homeownership by forming co-ops in over 1,100 buildings. At UHAB, we know that buildings are more than just bricks and mortar. They are communities in a neighborhood. Co-ops, transforming lives and communities. This is Vera Robinson.
I moved into Nina Dunn. At the time, it was just 1670 Longfellow Avenue. People wouldn't come to this building because it was so bad, you know. The apartment that I moved in, it was like an empty shell. You could stand in the bathroom and see the basement. Oh, the killings. The people running in bloody and whatnot all the time. They was running in here, you know, because we didn't have doors like that, you know. And it was really something. So I said, I'm gonna help make this, help do something. Because it was terrible, and I said, it can be something.
A co-op community is an active democracy of devoted people who work together. For new members moving into established co-op communities, affordability is a key issue.
My name is Joyce Young, and I live at Nina Dunn HDFC, 1670 Longfellow Avenue, and I've been here for 15 years. We tried to get as many people as we could down that day to take pictures, but a lot of people wasn't home. When I moved in here, my oldest daughter was 13, and my youngest daughter was 3. This is my daughter. She's 19 now. Oh, my kids love it here. You know, they feel safe. They don't worry about anything. They're not scared of the neighborhood or anything. We walk up and down the hallways all the time with no shoes on. You know, we know it's clean. We go out and leave our doors open, leave the door unlocked, and we never have a problem. We go on vacation for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. We never worry about having a problem or anything being broken in and missing when we come back, because you know there's always someone looking out for your apartment, your neighbor. One thing made me want to move in is because the rents were so cheap compared to where I was living at that time in a private house. It was a nice building, family-oriented, had just recently been renovated, was in the process of turning into a co-op. Mr. Reed, who was basically like in charge of the building at that time with the renovations and stuff, he was teaching me about what the building was, to be prepared to work on the board and stuff in the building when it started. So that's how I started to learn about what the building was. And then we started to go into classes. I went to UHAB classes that all the way downtown and started participating in the building. I thought of myself as owning my own apartment, my own co-op. And with that, I knew if you own something, if people own stuff, they take care of better of what you own than if you're renting from somebody.
Russell Anthony's grandmother has set a precedent for him. As a working woman, she raised her grandchildren and was the president of the Tenants Association. Now, as a young man, Russell is carrying on her legacy of leadership.
My grandmother's actually the manager of the building. I am the co-manager slash secretary, excuse me. Officially, I've been doing it for about 6 months. You guys know the meetings at 6:30? I actually came here when I was 8 years old. And I think my grandmother's been in this building since 1952. You know, she kind of has been like a rock in my life. You know, she's been, you know, my staple, you know, to help me focus, to guide me, you know, to become the young man I am today and to help me stay focused on life. And at some point, a voice kind of like, if that's, you know, not weird, was speaking to me saying, you know, Your grandmother's getting up in age. She's getting, much older, and it's becoming too much for her. I decided, okay, Russell, so you need to step in, you need to really come in, and you need to do something. So when the card came to the apartment, I looked at it and I was like, UHAB. I was already voted in.
Well, it helps you to understand whether she increase your maintenance, fee or not.
I want to be an efficient and effective and fair property manager. We're here to work with you, not against you. But it is a business. You have to pay your real estate taxes, you have to pay your water bill, you have to pay Con Edison, you have to pay your super and all of his expenses. So it is a business. I mean, your rental income and your maintenance from your shareholders is what's going to help your building stay afloat. I want to say that, we're in a yacht, not a rowboat. I don't want to row. I don't want to row. I just want to step onto the boat, and the yacht is just sailing, and we're all well. Not we're rowing and hoping the tide doesn't come and blows us over.
Original founders who fought the crime and violence that swept the Bronx when building abandonment was rampant still inspire.
It's Nina Dunn. And she used to knock the drugs out of the kids' hands and tell them, go home and get your mama. She was the beginning. She wanted to see this building done. She was the very beginning. The city came in and they wanted to close us down. And she said, oh no, we're not going no place. So they kept it open. I felt I loved her. It was an honor to know her. I loved her, and I said, well, if she can fight at her age, I can fight.
Today, in a commercial real estate market where the average cost of a Manhattan apartment is $1 million, UHAB continues, helping working families secure affordable housing co-ops, transforming lives and communities.